Well, hello everybody. Boy, what a beautiful day. You can see the sky is as blue as a crystal. And Cynthia's gonna throw rocks. Dwayne's gonna see if we can find some gold. Got my pan, my shovel, my tripod. We haven't been gold panning for a long time. I went one Sunday evening a couple weeks ago and we panned for about a half an hour, found a little bit of gold, little pieces. But now we've got some beautiful weather. Just the other day we had snow, temperatures in the 20s, but it's clearing up. Feels like springtime now, so let's go find it. The ants are out. They're running all over the place. So normally we go on up the creek, but it's a little bit high up there. The creek is still up from the spring runoff. So we're gonna come right here. Let me show you what we got. See how the rocks are kind of moved around? When the water was up, it pushed all kinds of stuff in here, and then a little stream was gushing through here. So usually I find gold on both sides. This is kind of the fast part, and then sometimes we find it like behind these big rocks and stuff. A lot of times on this creek in the spring, you'll see a lot of fresh gold coming down. It's just a little gold, nothing big, but it's fun. So I'm gonna get set up. We're gonna get going. I'll show you a little bit what I'm looking for. So here's the boulder. Here's where the water was coming down real fast. If you look behind this boulder, there's gravel packed in here. These little places, look in here, in between those where it's packed in there, little places like that usually hold some gold. Probably better off digging there than you would be digging out in the middle somewhere. So just something to look for if you're looking for it. Gold is where you find it. All right, now we're gonna see what's in there. Get some of these rocks out of the way. Another thing I like about springtime is when the water comes up, often it moves stuff around a little bit and you can get into places where you weren't able to before, and this opens up a whole new place for you to work with. See some black sand coming up on the corner. Right. Now for the moment of truth. Oh yeah, we've got some really fine gold in here. Let me see if I can zoom it in for you guys. I don't know how well you can see that, but if you look right there, there's a couple really fine pieces right there. So we're gonna snuff up the black sand and everything. What we're gonna do is snuff up the black sand and everything, and then at some point, I know I was saying this last year too, but at some point we're gonna melt all this stuff down. I've got containers full of black sand that's got gold in it. I usually pick out the bigger stuff, but all the little stuff is so hard to get out. And I don't think you can get it all because there's like a microscopic gold all throughout it. So if we melt it down, that will allow us to get like at least a 90 or 95% recovery. That's what we're gonna do now. That's quite a bit of black sand for just a little half pan we had. Looks like somebody chewed the nozzle off of my sucker can. Oh, that's so satisfying to me. Just watch it eat everything up. All right, there we go. I'm gonna pan around a little bit and I'll show you whenever I find something. I found one of my biggest pieces of gold right here. And sometimes you find it, if you look, you can see all the little roots of the old grass and stuff. Sometimes that stuff catches it and you find more there than you would like behind a rock even. There's a little pile of stuff. So I'm gonna move these out and take a couple scoops out of here and see what we find. My little classifier thing is pretty much history. You always want to make sure you really rinse these out because the gold gets stuck in there. So always make sure I rinse it out really good. All right, let's see what's in there. Well, nothing much. We got a little bit of black sand and a couple tiny little specks. I don't know if you can even see them on there. Right there. See it shining in the sun? One little piece that's worth looking at. All right, so here's what we gathered. I'm gonna pan this down and show you what it is. With this much black sand, it's really hard to get all that fine gold in the corner where you can see it. But I'm gonna try my best. So there was so much fine gold, I ended up putting some of the black sand in there and I snuffed up the rest of it because I just couldn't get it panned down, but I'll show you here.
I got some more for white tea. I got some more for white tea.
Hang on, Cynthia. You got some gold too? Oh, nice. Yeah, Cynthia said she got some gold. Good job, girl. But anyway, I'll show you what I got here. You can see it's a lot of small stuff just scattered all through there. If there's some more. So yeah, we got, careful. So yeah, we got quite a bit, but it's all little. I don't know what the count is, probably 100 little specks, but super tiny. It takes a long time to fill up a little ounce vial with that stuff, but hey, it's fun. It's enjoyable being out here. You guys can see the mountains, the creek, the blue sky. Just amazing.
What did that fly? But it just swam away.
It swam away, huh?
Yeah.
Dwayne's over there cracking rocks looking for gold. So, yeah. Always watch on the way out because there's these like softball-sized quartz rocks, and several of them I found that had gold in them. I crushed it, panned it out, and the one actually had more gold than I got from panning for a couple hours along this edge. So it's always exciting. If I find one, I'll show it to you. If not, so here we found a piece of quartz. Usually when it's got these little holes and stuff, that's where I find it. Often the quartz around here is kind of reddish colored, and that's where the gold is, reddish or black. So we're gonna crack this one and see if we can find something in it. Well, here's what we got. This one doesn't look too promising though. Here's another little piece that came off. Yeah, it's pretty clear. Usually you see all kinds of black. See, there's a little bit of black where you could find gold, but it's just that one little spot. Probably galena the way it looks. It kind of shines in the sun. So anyway, we'll see if we can find any more. So Cynthia made a map so we know which way to go home. She drew it in the sand. Where do we have to go to get to the truck?
It's not the bog. It's the bog where we go home.
Oh, right there? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, good. So you can lead the way. Very good. I was just walking through here and I spotted this. It's like sandstone or something caked around. And look, there's like almost like an agate inside there. That is cool. I never saw that before. What do you think that is? Let me know in the comments if you know what that is. Look at here, guys. The buds are popping out. Boy, that is exciting. If I can get it to focus for us. I don't know what's wrong with this thing today. But anyway, the buds are growing. Look, these already blossomed out. Oh, nice. There's a little fly on there. Or some kind of little bug. Hey, what are you? I always like to feel these things. They smell so fresh, so good. Nice. Look at this. These are the cottonwood buds. We make all kinds of good stuff with it. It smells so good. We make like a tinctures and a salve that the kids get scrapes and cuts and stuff from playing outside. You put that on there and overnight, that stuff works amazing. I've got a recipe for it. I might post a link to that at some point. Or maybe we'll make some and I'll show you how to make it. So, probably some of you already know, but I just think it's so cool getting stuff off the wild land that you can use to eat for your health and whatnot. It's just amazing. Alright, we're almost back to the truck, so I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's not the most exciting video you ever watch, but we got to start somewhere in the springtime, so we'll see. I'm going to try to make videos every week, but I don't know if that will be possible. Got some exciting stuff to tell you that's happened in our life recently, so we'll see what works out. Until next time, see ya.